Want to know how to get perfectly etched stainless steel tumblers in minutes? Well then, keep watching for the step-by-step tutorial. First, let's open a new project in Cricut Design Space to create the stencil. Then go over to Shapes and click the square. You will resize this to the size stencil you would want for your design. Then open up Text Box, go over to Font, and in my system, I downloaded Designer Font from dafont.com. I have the free font link in the description box below. If you're unfamiliar with downloading and uploading fonts into Cricut Design Space, you can click the tutorial right up here. We are personalizing these tumblers with the last name of our groomsmen for their gift boxes. You can either grab a new shape, but I decided to duplicate from the previous stencil. I wanted to adjust and size the stencil slightly smaller because I can always protect the bottle later with extra stencil film or tape if needed. Then I went over to the contour button and select Hide All Contours. If your design is behind the main part of your stencil, you can realign your layers. Just right-click on the rectangle and click Send to Back. Select both layers and go over to the Align button and click Center. Then click the rectangle layer and hit Ctrl-D to duplicate the other stencils. Then reselect your text and layer and go over to the Slice button to click Slice. You can delete the excess sliced results. Then repeat the steps with your other stencils. Select the rectangle and text layers. While highlighted, click the Align button and click Center. Then go over to the Slice button to click Slice and delete your excess sliced results. Then hide anything in your project that you do not want to be cut at this time. And go over to Make It. Click Continue if you do not need to adjust your cut layout. I'm selecting vinyl because I'm using some scraps that I have. Place your vinyl on your mat and use a brayer or a scraper to flatten it out. To make it easier when I weed, I prefer to cut off any extra vinyl initially. Then keep the stencil on the paper back and cut around it to make transporting easier. Here is Tyler, my fiance, that will etch the tumblers for his groomsmen. The materials and links will be in the description box below the video. First, take the rubbing alcohol and clean your surface with a cotton ball. We want to make sure to remove any dirt and oils from where the stencil will be applied for maximum adhesion. To keep a clean and tidy surface, we recommend placing your tumbler inside a plastic garbage bag or a container. Cut a piece of your transfer tape to help apply the stencil onto the tumbler. I find it easier to peel the paper backing away from the vinyl stencil, but you're more than welcome to do this step on your cutting mat. Carefully apply the stencil. I have designed my stencil to be the length of the entire tumbler, so it is easier to know exactly where the center would be. Do your best to ensure there are no bubbles or creases when your design makes contact with the metal. It's okay if the bubbles or bumps happen on any of the extra vinyl pieces. The Ferric Chloride vapors can be harmful, so please wear protection. It's recommended to wear a respirator in a well-ventilated area, wear gloves, and for safety, cover any exposed skin. When using this product, place the cotton ball on top of the bottle and pour it into the cotton ball, but make sure not to saturate it. You do not want to have any excess solution run off when you press the cotton ball onto the tumbler. Then dab the solution onto the stencil, making sure you cover every detail. We recommend using a new cotton ball if you need to add more solution to each coating. Do your best to apply the solution evenly and then let it sit for 1 to 2 minutes. We suggest to repeat 3 or 4 coats of ferric chloride with the 1 to 2 minute sit time between each coat. Once that step is done, you can pour the baking soda onto the design, which will neutralize the acid. This is where that plastic bag comes in handy to collect all the baking soda that falls off and to keep it contained. Next, you can pat down the baking soda to help absorb this acid, but you mainly want to rub it into the design. Make sure you get into all the edges of the stencil. You will have to repeat this step a few times. Then brush off most of the baking soda and remove your stencil. Next, wash your tumbler right away using dish soap and water and thoroughly rinse your design. If your etching looks rusty like this, rub baking soda onto the design until all the acid is neutralized. Basically, just keep repeating until you don't see any more orange. And look at how clean this etching design came out.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, you can click the card right up here or click here for an entire playlist. And I will see you in the next video.